steps in, takes the first offering from Morgan Wilson, who has been lights out good to start the season. Wilson's first pitch is offered at for a bunt, and it's 0-1. 0-1 to Lydia Schaefer, right-handed hitting right field. The next offering shows bunt again and misses, and it's 0-2. 0-2 the count. This pitch is too low. It's 1-2. He's pretty much straight away in the box as Wilson fidgets with that ball on the right hip, and the pitch. It's a high one. She swings at it. It's going to be a foul ball. Still a 1-2 count to Lydia Schaefer. That ball didn't get much more than a ball into foul territory. She'll come back, grab the bat, take a practice hack, and step back in. And pretty much straight away in the box. Smack dab in the middle of the box. And the pitch. Ooh, a nice changeup. She struck her out on the changeup. Beautiful pitch by Wilson. You'll never strike out when you swing by Donahue's greenhouse. They're opening on the 19th. Heavy aggressive steps in. And the pitch. It's popped up. It's going to be caught. No. Josie Rose couldn't quite make the catch, so it's 0-1 to Aggressive. She still has a life, as they say. Where's number 4 in the back of her uniform, wearing the black socks outside the red fence. As she steps in, that right-handed batter's box also pretty much straight away in the middle of the box. Wilson toes the rubber and the pitch. Too low, it's 1-1. 1-1 the count. Yeah, you know it's spring when Donahue swings open their doors. The smells put a smile on my face. It's 2-2 to Aggressive. Thanks to Milo Peterson Ford. Brought to our keys to the game, which for the Knights, they simply want to play for a free ball. It's now 3-1. So Wilson having a little trouble finding the strike zone here. Following the strikeout of the first batter. The pitch. Strike called on the inside corner. We have a full count now to Aggressive. Sydney Majerus is on deck. Just to catch that plate. Right-handed hitter, and the righty's pitch is another changeup. Struck her out again on the changeup. Both times the strikeout pitch has been the changeup. That'll bring up Sydney Majerus. She wears number 7 on the uniform. The first baseman, right-handed hitter. The righty's pitch is hit straight back. 0-1 the count to Sydney Majerus. Next to Coach Sabrowski in that first base coaching box. And the righty's pitch is hit. A solid single to left center field. Might even be extra bases. She's digging for 2. Here comes a throw into second. It's a little high. Gets past the individual. It's going to be a double. She was running out of the box all the way. And so a runner in scoring position to bring up Josie Plum, coming off a triple yesterday. In fact, I think she had a 3-hit night, if I remember right, including a leadoff triple in that game. If she were able to match that, the Knights would have a lead in the first inning. 2 down, runner at second. The pitch. The strike is called, and it's 0-1 to Josie Plum. Plum wears number 13 on her uniform. Not superstitious at all. 13 on the black. As she rips it off, Sherry Anderson thought she was going to have her head ripped off. 0-2 the count to Plum. And she'll step back in with that duck on the pond, as they say. Here comes a big pitch. Change-up again. So all 3 of the strikeouts were on change-ups. He's got a good one going today. They'll be aggressive. At first base is Sydney Majerus. At second base is Vanessa Bartle. At shortstop is Alina Mendoza. At third base is Yvette Mendoza. As Plum delivers, it's bunted in the air. It's a foul ball. 0-1 to Cohen. Out in left field is Sophia Paquette. In center field is Emma Paulson. And in right field, Lydia Schaefer. As Plum delivers, it goes all the way to the basket. It was a little low. It's 1-1. Josie really improved her pitching a year ago, and you know, the Knights are pretty excited about coming into the season. If she falls back the next pitch, the season opener against the Knights, she had some toe issues early. I think she did settle in a bit.
Play now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's room to play here, Knights. Let's room to play. Let's go.
She kicks and delivers. Pitches inside. 2-2 the count to Anna Cohen. The leadoff hitter for the Cardinals. Plum's next offering. Swing! And it is. She got her strikeout to start the game. That'll bring up Reagan Candace, the catcher. Candace, right-handed hitter, steps pretty much right smack dab in the middle of the box. Puts it too high at the 1-0. She played a long time here for the Cardinals, and the pitch. That's hard, as you can hear, it's 1-1.
Outfield, be ready. Back each other up. Back each other up.
Plum's next offering is called straight back, and it's 1-2. 1-2 to the right-handed hitting catcher for the Cardinals of Bethlehem Academy. They are undefeated on the season, 4-0. They were supposed to play at Todd Park in Austin against Lyle Pacelli the other night, but that game got taken care of, weathered out. So 2-2 the count. Catcher Reagan Kangas. Swing! And a miss and a high fastball. 2 strikeouts, 2 batters for Plum. That'll bring up Anna Coleman. Coleman has hit torridly to start this season. Well over 500 last time I looked at the batting averages. And the pitch swings and hammers it to right field, but it is going to drop in front of the right field. Coleman's going to jog into second base. Gives itself a double. Ground rule double. So a 2-out double, just like the Knights had in the top of this inning. Kate Trump, we'll see if she can deliver an RBI here. The shortstop. This pitch is called a fake. 0-1 to count. A little high. As Plum's next pitch. A towering fly ball that should be caught. Second baseman does. We've played 1 inning and we've had almost identical results by the 2 teams. A couple of strikeouts.
Now we go to the top of the second. Morgan Wilson threw 17 pitches in the first inning, 13 of them strikes. She starts with a changeup here and misses 1-0. Yvette Mendoza, the third baseman, steps in. This young lady's a really good athlete. As the righties pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. All 3 of her strikeouts in the first inning ended with a punch-out on a changeup. And that's why she started with a changeup here. Just kind of changed the pattern, right? There's another changeup. It's 1-2. You have to be really confident to be able to throw that pitch. And the pitch, in some good hitters, missed. It's 2-2. Mendoza wears number 15 on her uniform. Right-handed hitter. Pretty much straight away in the box as well. And the pitch, ooh, she swung at a pitch in the dirt. And I mean, it was literally in the dirt. To be a strikeout. Number 4. That'll bring up Sophia Paquette. Sophia is the left fielder. Wears number 6 on her uniform. And the pitch. Bunts it in the air. Over my head. There's a lot over my head. 0-1 the count to Paquette. As Wilson delivers. Offered a bunt that was in the dirt, and it's 0-2. Lena Mendoza, the shortstop, is on deck. And the righty's pitch. Swings at some high cheese. No change up that time. It was smoke. 5 strikeouts of the 6 batters she has faced. Lena Mendoza steps in. Here's number 1 in her uniform. As Wilson delivers. In the dirt, 1-0. Is also in the batter's box. Had she not moved, she would have been a hit. Would have hit her right on the top of the foot. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. 1-1 to Alina Mendoza. Right-handed hitter. The righty Wilson fidgets with the ball on her hip. And the pitch. She hit her in the foot. So another base runner with 2 outs here. The Knights had a base runner with 2 outs last inning. Emma Paulson steps in, the center fielder. Where's number 10? Another right-handed hitter. The pitch is a strike, 0-1. Runner at first base with 2 down here in the second inning. And the pitch. Overhead. 1-1 the count. Kangas had to come completely out of her crouch to make that catch. As Wilson gets the sign and delivers. Swing and a miss. 1-2. So a pitch away from getting out of the second inning is Wilson. Little wiggle action in the bat of Paulson. A dribbler makes it 2-2. Well, maybe with a couple outs here, they might try and send Mendoza just to see what they can get away with. Swing and a miss. It'll be another strikeout. So all of the 6 outs that have been recorded in the first 2 innings have been by strikeout for Wilson. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Morgan Wilson will lead things off. The pitch is up high. It's 1-0. Wilson has had a phenomenal start to her season, not only in the pitching circle, but at the plate. Really has been the hitting machine. And the flum pitch is called a ball. It's 2-0. 2-0 to Morgan Wilson, right-handed hitter. He's pretty much straight away in the box, back a little bit, and the pitch is a strike. It's 2-1. Flum has struck out 2. She's only allowed the 1 hit. Last time these teams played, the Cardinals did have a number of hits. And the pitch against the same pitcher. It's too high. And, well, I thought it was 3-1, but I guess it's 4-1. She's going to run down the first base. We're going to have a courtesy runner come in, and this is going to be Miss Simmons. Jocelyn Simmons. Where's number 1? Sarah Tobin steps in. She's the hottest hitter on this team. Right-handed hitter, the designated player. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. Wilson's courtesy runner, Jocelyn Simmons, is at first base. He's over the head of 1-1 to count to Sarah. Looks like Coach Scott Trump in that third base coaching box. Coach Tobin is in the first swing and a miss base coaching box. One and 2 the count. She just got a piece of something up around the eyes and fouled it off. Still 1-2. She was protecting the plate, so that was good, but the pitch was clearly high. 1-2 the count to Sarah Tobin. There's a foul ball to make it still 1-2. Called off a pretty good pitch there. Plum would like to have a different result, obviously, than the last time these two teams met. The season opener. And a swing and a miss of the hottest hitter on the Cardinal team. That's the third strikeout for Flom of 6 batters she has faced. And that brings up Josie Rose. Senior first baseman. Wears number 13. The right-handed hitter. And the righty Flum's pitch is bunted to foul. 0-1 the count. Simmons has been perched at first base since the opening hit by Wilson. Well, actually, it wasn't a hit, it was a walk. I'm a little surprised I didn't try and see what kind of an arm the catcher has, but I guess I don't remember if they stole any bases. And there's the throw, and it would have been in time. She gets the base because the ball's not caught. 1-1, I believe, is the count. The Rose. Right-handed hitter as the base umpire was dusting off second base bag. Plum's pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. One down, runner in scoring position here. I think it might be a low-scoring game. Plum's pitch. Swing and a miss. She got her strikeout number 4 of 7 batters faced. And that'll bring up Caitlin Boppin, who's also had a good start to her season. Right-handed hitter. Plum's pitch is low, 1-0. In a duck on the pond, as they say, center fielder is backing up here. And the pitch swings at some high cheese and fouls it off 1-1. The 1-1 to count to the number 8 hitter in the Cardinal order. Cardinals try to go to 5-0 on the season. To the pitch, it bounces. It's 2-1. Nice job by the catcher that time. Gressett to snare that so the runner doesn't advance to third. And the pitch popped up. Going to be out of play here. Over my head again. 2-2 the count. Rolling toward the bluff. And the pitch. Almost offered at that high cheese again. It's 3-2. Whenever I was catching, I'd see a batter do that. I'd call for another high pitch. And the pitch. It's going to be a dribbler that Flom is going to throw over to first base to record the third out. Well, leadoff walk. Gets at second base, but that's all the farther they get here in the bottom of the second inning. We played 2 complete innings. We're ready to go right away here. Bartle steps in, right-handed hitter. She is the second baseman, wears number 5 on her uniform. Wilson's pitch is up over the head, 1-0. 1-0 the count to Bartle. I'll get you her pitch count in a moment. Wilson's pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. .32 pitches coming into this inning. Swing at some high cheese, and it's 1-2. 23 of the 32 pitches strikes. 8 batters faced on the first 2 innings. Next was a dribbler to make it 2-2. As Bartle steps back in. We do have a little wind today. And the wind meter said 0 wind when I left the station. Strikeout number 7 here for Wilson of the first 9 batters will bring up Lydia Schaefer. Schaefer shows bunt immediately. And then takes the bat back. Swing, or no, I'm sorry, the pitch is inside corner for a strike. 0-1. You back away, she's back in that box. And the pitch. Change up. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Kenyon Wanamingo's only hit a double by Majerus. And the Cardinals only have one hit off Josie Flom. The pitch. Over the head. She almost pulled the trigger again. 1-2. She wanted to. I don't know what it is about those high pitches, but I was the same. You just look like watermelons. Pitch is inside, a little too far that time, and it's 2-2 to Lydia Schaefer. Trying to get on base here in the third inning. No score. The pitch is right down the pipe for a strikeout. She watched it go by. Strikeout number 8. That's the first one looking, and that'll bring up Debbie Aggressive. Struck out in the first inning swinging. It was a full count. The pitch is called low. It's 1-0. Wilson fidgets with that ball on her right thigh, and the pitch took a little off that, threw a strike. It's 1-1. 1-1 to count to Nebby Aggressive. This game does not count in the conference. Swing and a miss. I guess I don't understand why you play somebody twice and one time it counts and the next time it doesn't. But that's what the conference is doing. The pitch is fouled off. Going to be over my head again. 1-2 the count. 1-2. Gordy Kosfeld at the KDHL Sports Microphone. We're in North Alexander Park. Kenyon Wanamingo Bethlehem Academy fast pitch action. The pitch is too low, and it's 2-2. Wilson get back up on that rubber. And kicks and fires. Swings and fouled it off, and unable to hang on to it was Kangas. It's still 2-2. 2-2 to the right-handed hitting catcher. And the pitch. She swung at a pitch that was around the shoe tops. All outs in this game have been by strikeout. 3 in the first, 3 in the second, and 3 in the third. 9 strikeouts as the number 9 hitter steps in here for the Cardinals. And the first pitch is a ball, 1-0 to Lindsay Hansen. Hansen, a right-handed hitter. And the pitch. The strike is called. It's 1-1. Flom, I have not kept track of her pitch count. I should be ashamed of myself. I will get for you. Falls off the next offering. 1-2. In the old days, when somebody was back at the studio playing your ads, you had a chance to add all these up. And now I got to play my own, so that doesn't lend itself to a lot of time, if you know what I'm saying. As the righty's next pitch is up around the eyes, and she says, "No, I'm not going to swing at that." Lindsay heading off to play volleyball at Luther College in Decorah, Iowa. They will love her. She's very versatile on the volleyball court. She rips it straight back, and it's still 2-2. 2-2 to Lindsay Hansen. Wears number 12 on her uniform. She's a center fielder this year. Played left field last year. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. She got her. Strikeout number 5 for Flum of the first 9 batters she has faced. And that'll bring up Anna Cohen. Cohen struck out in the first inning. We got a pitcher's duel brewing here. As Flum delivers. That ball's popped up. Going to be out of play, and it's 0-1. Somebody just threw a ball at me, I think. And I missed the next pitch because somebody threw a ball at me. It's 0-2. Why would you throw a ball at the pitch? Is up in the eyes, and it's 1-2. It hit me right in the feet. Like, what was that? There's a ball. And the next offering is a high fly ball. Left fielder comes in short. Oh, a great catch! I told you Mendoza was a good athlete. Alina, a nice running catch. Wow, that was outstanding. Last time these two teams played. I thought it was Yvette that was at shortstop last time and made two outstanding plays in that game. 2 down, that'll bring up Reagan Kangas. Struck out in the first inning. And the pitch. That ball solidly hit but foul. 0-1 the count to Reagan Kangas. Trying to pick up just the second hit of this game off Flom. Remember last time I told you they had 8 hits off of her. I think they had 3 in the first inning, but so far, of course, it's much warmer today too. That ball's hammered. It's a solid base hit to straightaway center field. Kangas, she'll stop at first base. 2 down and 1 on, and that'll bring up Anna Tobin. She hit the double, and as I told you before, she is one of the hottest hitters on this team. She wears sunglasses. I could never do that when I played. I guess it's something you have to get used to. And the pitch. Hammered. Short. It was so hard. To gain third base, and the Cardinals have a 2-out rally going here with back-to-back singles. Well, trying to come home was Kangas, and she gets out. Now, what perfect timing that is. As we go to the top of the 4th, it'll be 3, 4, and 5 in the order. Wilson's pitch is a strike, 0-1. 49 total pitches through 3 innings for Wilson, 34 of them strikes. All of the outs recorded have been by strikeout. Swings and falls it back to Sydney Majerus. She had the double in the first inning, the only hit off Wilson today. It was a solid knock, and she hustled right out of the box. Initially, it looked to me like it was just going to be a single, but she just kept going and got the double. There's the white batting gloves. And the pitch. Over the head. 2-2 to Majerus. It was an 0-1 count when she got her double. Tune to KDHL AM, Faribault, Minnesota, 920 AM, 97.9 FM. And the free KDHL app. You could hear the ball hit right in front of me on the fencing. Yep.
I got the fencing in front of me, so it didn't hit me in the head. The pitch. Solidly to short. Trump will throw it out easily. And that'll bring up Josie Flom, who, as I said, has been hitting the cover off the ball for the Knights. If I remember right, she had maybe both hits in their first game. I know she had at least one of them. And she had a triple last night. And they lost to Janesville Waldorf Pemberton. Swings and fouls it off 0-1. Let me just look it up. I think I can look it up. Maybe I can't look it up. The righty's pitch is hit over towards me, over my head, and it's 0-2. 0-2 the count to Josie Flom. Really good hitter. And the pitch is too low. She wouldn't offer a dash.
As Wilson, 49 pitches coming in the inning, 34 strikes, falls off the next pitch. Long trying to find one she likes. As Wilson will deliver. And she hit her. She hit her right on the calf. So a one-out hit batsman. That's the second hit batsman will bring up Yvette Mendoza. By the way, that ground out by Majerus was the first batter that was retired not by a strikeout in this game by Morgan Wilson. One out, Mendoza showed bunt almost immediately. Now brings the bat back. And the pitch. Here's the ball. 1-0. Runner at first, Flom, very good athlete. And the pitch is 2-0, I think. Oh, I guess it hit her. I didn't see it, but I guess it did. So back-to-back hit batsman with one out. That'll bring up Sophia Paquette. And sitting right by home plate, too. And the pitch. She has the bunt. Did a nice job deadening that ball. And everybody's going to be safe because nobody was covering the first base bag. Bases are juiced with one out. You got to give her a single on that, a bunt. And that'll bring up Alina Mendoza. And the playbook is wide open here for Coach Anderson and her team to take the lead here in the fourth inning. And the pitch. A strike is called. It's 0-1. So the Knights have something brewing here. Everybody on a base. Only one out. Pitch is up high. She got nowhere to put her. It's 1-1. No walks yet in this game, but 3 hit batsmen. That ball's launched in the air. And it's going to be caught by the center fielder who will throw it home. And it's not going to be in time. So sac fly RBI for Mendoza. As Flom scores. Told you she was a good athlete. 2 down. It's a 1-0 Kenyon Wanamingo lead. Unfortunately for them, this doesn't count in the conference. Again, I don't understand that, but it doesn't. Emma Paulson steps in. The first game did count. The one that the Knights won. 10-2. Paulson struck out in the second inning. Wilson has 9 strikeouts. This is the first inning she has not recorded one. The 2 outs both not strikeouts. Pitches inside, 1-0 to Emma Paulson. The Knights have a 1-0 lead. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1 to count to Paulson. The strikeout was swinging back in the second. There's Wilson's pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Well, if Wilson gets out of this with just the 1 run, she'll be happy. Yeah, the makings of a much bigger inning. Pitch is too low, and it's 2-2 to Paulson. We do have first base open here. As Wilson fidgets with that ball on the pitch. High fly ball. We'll see if they get to it. Hansen comes in and makes the catch. So Lindsey Hansen with a nice catch out in center. Ends the inning, but not before the Knights score a run. They do so with the benefit of only 1 hit, and that was a bunt hit. Flom is throwing 48 pitches to 32 of the strikes. She has 5 strikeouts. Has allowed 3 hits in this game. And the Cardinals ran themselves out of last inning as the pitch is called strike inside corner to Kate Trump, 0-1. Trump would have been up with runners at first and third, but the Cardinals got a little greedy there. Kangas trying to get home and was out. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count to Kate Trump. She popped out the second, her first at bat, a towering fly ball. And the next pitch over the head. 1-2 the count to Trump. The cleanup hitter for the Cardinals. The next offering is up around the eyes. She says no, and it's 2-2. So Plum just scored the run right. They gave the Knights the lead. He's in the pitching circle here in the bottom of the fourth. These are 7-inning games. Another towering fly ball. Center fielder stopped for an instant. It's going to drop in for a hit. And Trump hustles out of the box to get herself a double. She never stopped, so that's a double in my book. Center fielder initially was coming in and then kind of stopped, hesitated a little bit. And that little hesitation did not allow her to get to the ball. That'll bring up Morgan Wilson, who walked her first time up, and obviously she's the pitcher, so she'd help herself with a hit here. Pitches up high, 1-0. As I told you, she's been swinging a hot bat here early in the season. She and Sarah Tobin and Anna Tobin, leading hitters. That ball's hammered. It jumps over the bag, and we're going to have Trump come home, and it's a 1-1 game. You couldn't have thrown the ball better that time. As Wilson will have a courtesy runner, Simmons again. She just scalded that ball down the right field line. That'll bring up Sarah Tobin, as I said, who struck out her first time up. And that ball's hit right, oh man, off the glove of the right fielder. Second baseman's got no play there. She tries to throw and hits the runner to second base. There's nobody actually covering the bag. Tobin will have a hit there, my book. It'll be an infield variety. And that'll put runners at first and second with nobody out. Josie Rose steps up. I don't know what it was, but something kicked into gear here for the Cardinals, because Plum had not given up much until the last 5 hitters all have hits. Swing and a miss, 0-1. 2 singles to end last inning, and a double and 2 singles to start this one. Rose struck out swinging in the second inning. The pitch. Going to pop it up right to Flum. Couldn't have thrown her the ball better. First out, and that'll bring up Caitlin Bothan. Bothan grounded out to the pitcher back of the second inning. It was a full count. She steps in with runners at first and second. That's the go-ahead runs. That ball's hit towards third. She'll step on the bag and then decides not to gun it. So Wilson's courtesy runner Simmons is retired 3 unassisted. Bothan is at first on the fielder's choice. And that'll bring up Lindsay Hansen with 2 down here in the 4th inning. Pitches up high, 1-0. Cardinals looking for a timely hit to take the lead here in the bottom of the 4th. Remember, they're undefeated. Had a really good start to their season. Kind of knew they would be good. I mean, virtually everybody back from the team that got to the section final last year. And, you know, the wheels kind of came off the track in that game. They were up by 8 runs, but ended up not winning. Wabasha Kellogg went to state. And the pitch is hit toward that shortstop hole. Shortstop's got no play. It'll be a base hit for Hansen. That'll bring up Anna Cohen. The 7th person to bat in this inning. There are 2 outs here. Flum really needs this one. Keep this a 1-1 game. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Probably a low pitch. 0-1 the count to Cohen. Cohen's 0 for 2 with a pop out to short and a strikeout. Plum came into this inning with 5 strikeouts. None this inning. She's had at least 1 in every inning. And there's a ball, 1-1. Anna Cohen is the leadoff hitter in their order. And that's usually because you're a good hitter if you lead off. And the pitch is high. It's 2-1. 2-1, the right-handed hitting second baseman who wears number 21 on her uniform. Flum steps back on that rubber, and the pitch popped up. If Flum can catch it, it'll end the inning, and she does. So they do tie the game to the Cardinals, but they certainly left a lot of ducks on the pond, as they say. The bases were juiced when the inning came to a close. 3 batters in this game. That'll bring up Vanessa Bartle, struck out in the 3rd inning. And the first pitch is a ball to her, 1-0. That's a nice Horn Dame, temperature in the mid-50s when I pulled in. Virtually no wind, although you've heard some in the microphone. There's a slow roller. It's going to get by Trump, and it's going to be on first base. It's going to be an error in my scorebook. Runner at first, that'll bring up Lydia Schaefer. Schaefer is struck out swinging and struck out looking. There's no other way you can strike out, is there? And the pitch. Tried to bunt, missed. The throw goes down to second, and ball gets away. So Bartle is at second base. Some green spider on my scorebook here. So she ends up with a stolen base. Bunt. Didn't wait for the bunt. Just went. Coach Anderson's got the coat on now. Next offering must be a ball as well, 1-1. I did not situate myself perfectly. I tried to keep my son to the back of my computer so I could see it. Probably have to see a chiropractor after this one. 1-2 the count. Crank my head. Not very smart for an old guy like me. 1-2 the count to Lydia Schaefer. And the pitch. She hits it right back to Wilson. Does not even look to third. So obviously going to third is going to be Bartle. You get the sure out here, but now you got a runner that's a pop fly away from scoring. We're in the 5th inning. These are 7-inning games. Evia Gressett steps in, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Well, both times she swung. There's Wilson's pitch. Strike called, 0-1. Wilson has not had a strikeout since she struck out Gressett back in the 3rd inning. The first 9 outs recorded were all strikeouts. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 2. She could use a strikeout here. Throw back to third, but back to the bag is Bartle. Change-up misses. Actually, it might have been a pitch out, 1-2. Like it might have been a pitch out. They were going to try and pick off the third runner at third, but she didn't go anywhere. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. 10th strikeout for Wilson, and we're in the 5th inning. That'll bring up Sydney Majerus. Majerus had a solid double in the 1st inning, grounded out to shorter last time up. She has a solid double here. The Knights will have the lead. We're tied at 1. We're in the 5th inning. And the pitch. It's solidly hit. RBI for Majerus. The Knights take the lead on the single. Bartle easily runs home. Second. And that'll bring up Josie Fromm. She was hit by a pitcher last time up. That would be it for a Cardinal fan. There were 2 strikes. And she got pitches outside, 1-0. You're a Knight fan, you're pretty excited. Your team's up 2-1 against one of the better teams in the state. Swing and a miss. Looked like a golf swing there. And the ball is that low. It's 1-1. Looked like she was teeing off on the 2nd hole at the Kenyon Golf and Country Club. There's Wilson's pitch. In the eyes. 2-1 the count. She scored the only run of this game for coming into this inning, and they now have scored one in this inning. Changeup misses. Runner goes down to third, and she'll be in there safely. They weren't paying attention, so she took off and got third base. That's a stolen base. 3-1, I believe, is the count to Flum. And the pitch. Almost pulled the trigger. She walked her. So Flum gets a pass. There are 2 outs. Runners at the corners, and that'll bring in Mendoza. She was hit by a pitcher last time up on a 2-0 count. Struck out in the second inning. Knights would love to put a crooked number on the board here as the pitch swings and fouls it off. 1-1. Mendoza, a right-handed hitter. Wilson fidgets with the ball on her right hit. And the pitch. And it's inside. Going down to second. They don't throw is a Flum for a stolen base. 1-1 is the count, I do believe. And the next offering is over the head. 2-1 the count. So the Knights trying to knock off the Cardinals, give them their first loss of the season here. Unfortunately for them, this is not. As he called a strike as I was trying to not lose my computer here. And again, you can't see the mouse cursor. The pitch. So I'm probably going to lose it. Slow roller. And throws over to first in time to get the out. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Reagan Kangas will lead things off, and she leads it off with a solid single to left field. She had a single her last time up. And now she's going to go to second because the ball got away. And that'll bring up Anna Tobin. Tobin's 2 for 2 with a double and a single. So the tying run is on right away here. A Slum's pitch. Inside corner strike. Cardinals have done a nice job making adjustments. They were stymied the first 3 innings. The last inning they had 4 hits. They've had 6 hits in the last 2 innings, make that 7 in the 3, including this one. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 to Anna Tobin. She jumped on the first pitch for a double, jumped on the first pitch for a single, and she's 0-2 here. Blum's pitch, a high one that doesn't. She hammers it right to right field, who makes the runner tags. Kangas goes to third. On the tag. And that'll bring up Kate Trump. There's a nice catch out there in right field by Lydia Schaefer. Wind appears to be blowing in what little wind we have, and that'll bring up Kate Trump, who had a double her last time up. She launches another one high in the air, and this ball's not going to be between the right and the center fielder, and Kangas has just tied the game with one swing of the bat. She's got herself a double. Her second run and an RBI. As Kangas scores to make it a 2-2 game, and that'll bring up Morgan Wilson. Wilson has been hit by a pitch and singled. Has a duck on the pond, as they say. With 1 out here in the 5th inning. The pitch is a ball, 1-0. 1-0 to Morgan Wilson. How's that for a sports name? Wilson, right? The balls are Wilson balls. Ball's popped up, and it's going to be out of play. Over my head again, 1-1. Now I told you it looked like we were having a pitcher's duel. It still is one. I mean, it's 2-2. That ball's launched. A foul. 1-2. Wilson's certainly capable of hitting one over the fence. I've called a home run or 2 in her career. And the pitch. Strike call in the outside corner is the 6th strikeout for Flum, and that'll bring up Sarah Tobin. Tobin had an infield single her last time up. She was the hottest hitter on this team coming into today. Righty's pitch. A strike called, and it's 0-1. Now the Cardinals would hate to leave that runner at second base. That's the go-ahead run. But there are 2 outs. Pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. She's got a little bit of a loop in her swing here, and one's a little harder throwing than most of the pitchers she's probably seen so far. That ball's hammered straight back, and it will not be caught. 0-2 is still the count. We get a couple of new balls here. Thursday, we're scheduled to bring you the baseball game between the Faribault Falcons and the Northfield Raiders if they have it over at Belfield. They're over there playing Owatonna. Swing and a ball in the dirt. As Kangas takes a wide turn around third base, she will stay there. And Tobin will get first base even on a strikeout. Dumbest rule in sports right there. 7th strikeout, pass ball, she ends up going to first. Josie Rose will step in. I still don't know why you can't change that rule, especially in high school ball. Professionals, I wouldn't have a problem with, but in high school ball, that ball's hit solidly, but the second baseman, ranging to her left, catches the liner that was hit. Wow, she took a step to her left. So Kenyon Wanamingo in the top of the 6th. Remember, these are 7-inning games. As Sophia Paquette had a bunt single her last time up, and the pitch. Bunts it again, but foul. 0-1. Did a nice job deadening the ball last time to get that bunt, which loaded the bases at the time. And then Mendoza, Alina got the RBI sac fly to make it a 1-0 game. The pitch is offered again and missed. 0-2. Wilson will see more and more batters trying to bunt because she's getting better as she gets older as a pitcher, right? And become a really good strikeout pitcher. She just struck out Paquette with 11th strikeout. So Alina Mendoza, who had the sac fly RBI to make it 1-0 in the 4th, was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning. Wilson has hit 3 batters. There's just the 1 walk as a strike by Mendoza, 0-1. And the pitch. She golfs this one. That was around the ankles. Trump will throw her out at first base. 2 down. I'm going to bring up Emma Paulson. First pitch is a strike, 0-1 to Paulson. Paulson's 0 for 2 with a fly out to center and the strikeout. Every batter in order except Majerus has been struck out. There's a strike, and it's 0-2. Majerus has quite a day going. She's got 2 hits and a ribby. And the pitch. Took something off that. She fouled it off, and it's 0-2 still. Remember, the first 3 strikeouts of this game were all punched out on changeups. Then she started Mendoza in the 2nd inning with a changeup, which I thought was interesting. Pitch is up high. 1-2 the count to Paulson. Right-handed hitter. Nobody on base here in the 6th inning. We're tied at 2. Fouls it off. Knights lost last night 3-2 to Janesville, Waldorf Pemberton in Janesville. In the bottom of the 7th, the Bulldogs scored on an error. Walk-off win. Another foul ball. This will be the 7th pitch of this at bat. And you don't see much rustle in the trees at all, but I can certainly hear some wind. And the pitch. Swing! and a miss. Strikeout number 12 for Wilson here in the top of the 6th. Up and down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. '81 total pitches for Flum as we come into the bottom of the 6th. Pitches outside or up, and it's a ball to Botham. 1-0. Botham safe on a fielder's choice her last time up. Grounded out to the pitcher her first time up. Swings at a high pitch. It's a high fly ball. This is going to be not caught in center. And running out of the box the whole time was Botham. She's at second base. That will be an error. So that'll bring up Lindsey Hansen with the go-ahead run at second base. We'll see if Coach Trump decides to lay down a bunt here to get that runner over to third. Hansen singled her last time up. Struck out in the 3rd inning. She shows bunt and fouls it off 0-1. If I'm Josie Flom, I take that as an ultimate compliment, trying to lay down a bunt against her instead of hitting straight away. And the pitch. It was inside, and it's a 1-1. 1-1 to count to Lindsey Hansen. The pitch. That ball's hit. Couple hopper to short. She'll throw her out at first base. No, she's called safe. They say she pulled her leg off the bag. So we'll have another error here. Not the way you want to start the inning. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Anna Cohen steps in. Now if you were to walk her, you'd have a force at any base. I might be tempted to do that. And the pitch, bunt, and it's a foul ball. 0-1 the count to Anna Cohen. So Cohen will run back and grab the bat. The runners at the corners with nobody out here in the 6th inning. You could actually do a straight steal here with Hansen. And there's a ball. Wouldn't need to bunt, really. I'm guessing they wouldn't throw through with a runner at third. But what do I know? I'm just a radio guy. The pitch is popped up and over the Kenyon Wanamingo first base dugout. 0-2 here at Alexander Park. They got some photos of the seniors, I think, on the back of the Cardinal dugout. Pitch is up high. 1-2. Interesting here, they're electing to keep Hansen at first base. The righty's pitch is too high. It's 2-2. 2-2 to Anna Cohen. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Gets by Kangas, or oh my. Run's going to score on another error. Here comes another run. My, oh my. 2 runs are going to score on the pass ball strikeout. Again, the dumbest rule in sports. This is my opinion. Cohen's going to end up at third base on a strikeout pass ball. I mean, seriously. 2 runs are in. That'll bring up Reagan Kangas. It's now 4-2, and that ball's going to be popped up, and that's going to drop in for sure. It's going to be an RBI for Kangas, and another run comes in for the Cardinals. They're putting a crooked number up on the board here. That was a single RBI for Kangas. We'll bring up Anna Tobin. They're going to send a courtesy runner out, I think, for Kangas. Well, maybe not. I thought Coach Trump was pointing to first base. Yeah, they're going to have a courtesy runner run out there. This is Briley Becker at first base. As the righties pitch. Swing at some high cheese. Runner goes down to second. Nobody's actually covering the bag at first. It's going to go into center field. And she'll go into third base. Well, we got errors all over the place here by the Knights. Another error. It's going to allow her to gain third. There was nobody covering the bag. Oh, and 1 the count to Tobin. She lays off the next one. It's 1-1. Tobin had a sacrifice fly that advanced a runner last inning, and she's got a double and a single in this game. Pitch. Solidly stroked the right field, and will knock in another run. But Tobin has herself an RBI. Told you she was hot. Just a nice line drive hitter. 6 runs in now, and it's 6-2. Remember last time they played, it was 10-2. We're in the 6th inning. Trump has 2 doubles in a row here, last 2 trips. That ball's going to be launched to left field. He will make the catch for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring it. As righty Flum came into the inning with 81 pitches, delivers low, 1-0. 57 of the 81 were strikes. Billy was doing well until the 4th inning, and something clicked in on the Cardinals. As there's a, looks like it's going to be a slow roller to second, steps on the bag to get the out recorded there. As Tobin gets retired at second base. On the fielder's choice, Wilson is at first. The courtesy runner, Joycelyn Simmons, will come in as Coach Tobin almost knocked her legs off, throwing the bat at home plate. And to jump over the bat. Sarah Tobin steps in. And the righty's pitch. Ooh. Follows straight back 0-1. I said, ooh, because she took quite a hack. That would have been waist high. It might have been deposited over the fence. Sarah's got an infield single to her credit. That ball's launched. Center fielder has to go right into her glove. I mean right into her glove. But here in the bottom of the 6th, they erupt. The Cardinals erupt for 4 runs. Well, another hit batter here. Wilson has hit 4 batters today as we have Lydia Schaefer step in with a runner at first. Schaefer is 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts. The pitch is over the head, 1-0. Wilson comes into the inning. Oh, boy. I'm derelict in my accounting duties. The pitch is a slow roller. That's going to be trouble. Rose is going to grab it. Did she get there in time? Yeah, I guess she did. Runner goes down to second. Well, that was awfully close. Gresseth's going to step in, the catcher, with a runner at second and 1 out. Again, 4 runs are needed to keep this game going for the Knights. And a pitch is hammered into the fencing. 0-1 the count. 3 strikeouts for Gresseth, all swinging. 12 strikeouts for Wilson. We're in the 7th. And the pitch He's popped up and not caught. Genghis gave it a good try, but nope. 0-2 the count. And the Cardinals trying to go to 5-0. And if they lose, the Knights will drop to 2-5. They had some really close, tough games since losing to the Cardinals to start the season over in Wanamingo. Pitcher's inside. 1-2 the count. I was surprised to see Waterville leave in Morristown as she's rung up. I was surprised to see Waterville has not won a game. They're 0-3, 13 strikeouts. And that'll bring up Sydney Majerus, who's had a really good day at the plate. She's the only Knight that has not struck out to Wilson. Fouls it off 0-1. She had an RBI single in the 5th inning and a double in the 1st inning. Pitch is up high, and it's 1-1. Conclusion of our game, well, the Malacus Auto Body Faribault Crunch Time Faribault player or players of the game. The Cash Rise Foods and Pharmacy of Owatonna delivers of the game for Beach Team, and we just saw the game end. The roller to the pitcher, throws over to Rose, and that ends the game.